Hello, Sula here from MistyHilltops.com. Thanks for stopping by. In this video, I'm working on a traveler's notebook layout that I titled Oh Happy Day, and I'm working with a digital version of the collection Transatlantic Travel by Carta, and I'm also basing this page on a template that I create and share as a freebie on my blog, MistyHilltops.com. So if you want to create a similar page like this, you can just grab the template. It's a SVG silhouette template that you can use to create your own pages like this. And you don't even have to have a cutting machine. You can just use the measurements to start cutting your papers this way. But of course you can use a cutting machine for it too. So even if you are not a traveler's notebook scrapper, you can just remove the background from the template and turn it into a 12 by 12 scrapbook layout. You can resize it or not, so that it has many options that you can do with this. So anyway, I'm starting with this large background piece of paper there that I'm putting across the two pages. So as I glue them down, I have to pay attention that I line up the two pages well so that they will be in line with each other before I actually start gluing everything down. And then I had started putting down this one paper, but then I realized underneath I should still place that circle, so I waited and placed the circle there first. The circle, I actually used one of my circle dies to cut it out rather than cutting it out by hand. And all the other papers I just cut out by hand and I print them. And then I run a card around the edges just to give it a little more dimension. It distresses the edges. I don't have a distressing tool. You don't need to have fancy things to create nice pages. So all I need is just a little card, like a gift card or something that I can run around the edges there. So here I am now adding two strips of paper that go across all the other papers, and I have to pay attention which one goes underneath, although it doesn't really matter all that much, because with paper strips like that you can always just still slip them underneath the other pieces there. Then here I want to make sure that where the photo goes, it will not go across the two pages, so that I can decide where that embellishment piece. It's actually one of the cut aparts from this collection, but I printed it out in such a small size that it becomes an embellishment on my page. And then I'm ready to actually glue down the photo, making sure it doesn't go across the two pages there. Then I'm pulling in all my embellishments. This is the title there. I just stamped it and then used one of my dies to scallop die to just cut it out. And then I am arranging flowers. Flowers are usually, if they're not cut with my silhouette machine, then I have dies that I use to cut out my flowers, and then I shape them using some ball stylus there of different sizes. I often also use some printed materials, and then I stamp. So it's a mixture of everything that I'm bringing into this album, especially as it is based on a digital scrapbooking version. And while I love the papers of this, I find the embellishments, there's nothing wrong with them. They're good embellishments for any travel page, but it's not the kind that I need for my page. It's because we're mostly doing a road trip there, so I have to create most of my embellishments myself. But it's not a big deal, because again, I'm using flowers either from the silhouette library, so they come from the store, or from my dies. And then I have all these word strips that I create. I share them as freebie on my blog. I have a whole different bunch of themes that you can download as freebie. MistyHilltops is the .com. MistyHilltops.com is the name of my blog. So if you're interested in freebies, you should check it out. There's the template, there's word strips like this, and then there's a whole lot of other things that you can find there. So again, I'm using the word strips that I create myself, and then I just print them on heavy cardstock because that adds dimension to my page, and then I'm ready to add those word strips as embellishment to my pages. And that just gives it a nice little something extra there. And so I have all of that to get my page nicely done. In the end, all I need to do is I flip around my page and then I cut it apart, and that pretty much finishes my page there. And I will leave you with some more close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Consider subscribing, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.